We are live on YouTube. Oh yes, make sure that shows up. Woohoo!
What shows up?
We are live. Your hat. Want to make sure your hat shows up for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, folks. Okay, I'm going to share the fact that we're live.
Alrighty.
Because that would be super fun. While I'm doing that, ooh.
I will talk to nobody.
Super fun. Oops. Uh-oh. While I'm doing that, ooh. Inception. Okay.
Hey, okay, someone's joined us.
Someone joined us. Yay!
Hey, happy early Halloween.
Ooh. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
All right. Ooh, here
Already
we go. Share.
started to celebrate the greatest holiday of all time.
Yay, Halloween.
Our house even smells like pumpkin.
Oh, yes, it does. We are. Oh, hello, Mike.
Is that gonna pop up over here? So
yeah.
Today we're gonna talk about some Galaxy's Edge stuff. Later on, we're gonna talk with Delilah Dawson, who wrote the Black Spire book. There will be spoilers then, but not spoilers during this wraparound recording. Is that Joshua Jordan?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Joshua. Hey, Mike. Mike, meet Joshua. Joshua, meet Mike.
Yay.
We'll be going in just a few minutes.
Yes.
We're gonna be talking some Galaxy's Edge fun facts and some other fun stuff that we've been doing lately. If you saw our Facebook feed yesterday, you will know.
Yeah, we did a lot of fun
Hey,
stuff.
Joshua.
We had a Disney day and did all the things that we hardly ever do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Tons
really
of
cool.
stuff that we never ever do.
Yeah, it was great. All right, I'm just
Some
sharing
stuff
everywhere.
that was fun, some stuff that was not.
Oh, yay. You guys are sharing each other. Yay. Okay. Live. Sorry, I'm sharing everywhere so that then...
Well, good deal. How are we doing over there, Mike and Joshua? Joshua, I know you're in Florida. Mike, where are you from? And Joshua, how many times have you been to Galaxy's Edge?
There we go. I feel better about this. All right, levels. Richard, speak into the microphone, please.
Speak. Hello, hey, Skywalkers.
Yay. Okay, so there, everyone, can you see that okay? Doing good.
Oh, doing good.
Here, I'll turn it.
Mike is in California. Oh,
nice.
In Galaxy's Edge once.
Oh, cool.
Mike,
wow, just once? I guess you've been working.
Where in California are you, Mike?
Whoops.
So this Corey guy has been found.
Oh, good.
Did we know him?
Okay.
Corey Van Dyke?
I have a feeling we've met him.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But do you guys know anything about this Corey Van Dyke guy?
Yeah. Oh, you're blacked out. Okay.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I remember to look up there too. So yeah. Okay, yeah.
Look up there? Oh, San Fernando Valley.
Where? That's where he
Mike
lives?
is, and
Okay.
it's probably
Probably hot right there, huh?
very, very hot. But you already know that.
All right. Well, let's see. We have our show notes all ready to go.
Yes.
And because we went to Galaxy's Edge and you guys are here, should we share these after? What do you think?
Yeah, share them right now.
Share them now? Okay. Yeah. We got some things from Galaxy's Edge. Pretty soon, like within a year, we'll probably have like all the offerings available at Galaxy's Edge. But we're gathering them slowly.
We know what's on the top of the list, and we know what's on the bottom of the list.
Yes. Now, so we got yesterday something important to the Black Spire novel by Delilah Dawson, and it's this little convor.
It's a convor whistle.
Isn't that cute? All right. Now, do you want to whistle? Because I have lipstick on, and I don't want to get her messed up.
All right, I can't do this that well, but here,
Just
this is
go
what a
over the top.
convor sounds like. So a convor sounds like a train.
Isn't that cute? I think that's cute.
That's very, very cute.
Aww.
We got to get that, and we'll tell you why in a couple of minutes, because
Yes.
yeah,
But
it ties in.
Because we got the convor, it just seemed appropriate that we got Ahsoka. Because the Ahsoka and the convor go together. Because she's kind of a spirit animal, according to Star Wars Rebels. So.
I love the design of these handcrafted toys.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's got some really cool carving in there. Joshua's never seen that, but I guess he's only been
Oh.
once. Yeah, they're in the Toydarian Toy Maker shop.
There's
and,
this and the croaking frog wart toy.
And they do kind of blend in with the shelving, I think. So if you're not really looking for it, it doesn't stand out like, Ahsoka,
Yeah,
certainly.
so they're instruments, whereas the wart has got this little stick in its mouth. You pull the stick out and you hit them like a percussion.
Yeah, well, it's like...
Yeah.
It's like the ratchet
one of
thing.
them,
Yeah, that thing.
He's got
'Cause
these
the back.
little
The back
spine,
has
little
the ridges.
stegosaurus spine things.
Exactly.
Makes a fun sound.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Amanda. So are the
Yeah.
carved toys supposed to be from Archex?
Archex, yes.
Archex, yeah, exactly.
Spoiler alert for later on in the show, yeah.
Yeah.
So Archex makes these toys, makes the Convor
Different.
whistle and the wart toys and the Tuca dolls.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's why we had to get this at Galaxy's Edge, because now it has even more meaning after reading
Yeah.
Black Spire.
We know whose fingerprints are on those. Captain
yeah.
Cardinal. Archex
So-
himself. Hey,
so cool.
Hey, Bryn. And yeah, I love the designs on these handcrafted. I'm just gonna call them handcrafted, even though it says made in China.
Right.
Let's go in universe here.
Yes.
And look at that simplistic detail.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's lots of detail, though. And she's got
Well, it's
her...
very simplistic.
It is.
No shading.
Yeah.
It doesn't try to look like Ahsoka that much.
It's the fabric, really, that makes it look very handmade as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like
Cool.
burlap. It's like found material.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, Ahsoka and the Convor are going to watch as we record. Oh, new Jack Kirby.
New Jack Kirby exhibit at Walt Disney Presents.
Oh, so One Man's Dream is turning into a Jack Kirby exhibit? Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Forces of Destiny one. Ooh.
What?
Where's my force? Yes, you can.
Forces of Destiny.
Brandon's asking to see.
Big.
Look at this. I have my Forces of Destiny. Ahsoka, who's in the outfit from Star Wars Clone Wars. And then here, she's in her Star Wars Rebels outfit. So, yeah, it's pretty big. Thank you, Michael. Isn't that cute? She's adorable. Anyway, I love it. Yay, but she's still got her boots. Boots. All right. So, I think we shall press record.
Good video. What video?
This one. Destiny. I know what you meant, Bryn. Okay. I'm going to press record. Are we ready?
We are ready.
Okay. This is what you can look forward to on episode 260 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Bright suns, Skywalkers. Have you read the new novel, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge?
It's Wednesday, isn't it?
Just as we're starting to record.
It's our gardener.
The gardener's here.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's pretty funny. But
yeah.
this cuts out a lot.
Yeah, well, not last week it didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really bad.
Oh, no.
But I managed to cut around it.
Okay.
All right, one more time. That couldn't have happened more at a better and worse moment.
Yeah, that's funny.
Bright suns, Skywalkers. Have you read the new novel, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Black Spire? Do you have questions about how Galaxy's Edge from the Disney theme parks fits into this story? Well, we certainly did. And we have some answers for you. Lots and lots of answers. But right now, we want to welcome you to Skywalking Through Neverland. We are your podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel fandom. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to my sweetie wife Sarah, who is still soaking wet from yesterday.
And to clarify, we went for the first time in years on Splash Mountain. And we had a full boat. I was in the front, Richard was right behind me, and we got completely and utterly soaked.
Well, asterisk there. You've been on it. I never have.
You've never have?
Which was the reason we went to Disneyland yesterday, because we're doing a new video about things, rides, and attractions that we've never been on before, or maybe have done once or twice in our lives.
Or it's been years since we've done them.
Every time we go to Disneyland, we're always pointing things out like, hey, we've never done Splash Mountain. We've never done the shooting gallery. We've never done, what else did we do yesterday? Autopia. We've done like
Autopia.
once.
Yeah, Finding Nemo, that ride.
Oh boy. Yeah, so we went around Disneyland and just did all these things. It was like a whole new park that we've never done before.
Yeah. So that video will be coming to our YouTube channel soon. So stay tuned for that, Skywalkers. Oh, did you introduce me?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Wait, Amanda B says on as a SkyTuber, she says, "Wait, never on Splash Mountain? I don't like water rides because the whole day you're just walking around dripping and sopping wet. And you think we'd have learned going to Florida so many times in Disney World that you get sopping wet and it's so uncomfortable walking around and in socks and shoes that
Because your socks never dry.
yeah, whenever you step, water just squishes right out of your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just don't like that. So I've avoided that ride for I don't know how since the first time I went to Disneyland back in 1989.
Yep, you did.
Mm-mm.
Well, regardless, it's time to give a big Wookiee hug to our family of Skywalkers. We want to thank you all for listening to the show every single week. We want to thank you for watching our videos. And we also want to thank those of you right now who are watching us live on YouTube.
Hey, SkyTubers.
Yay! We love it when you share our joy in this adventure through fandom.
Now we are recording this from Long Beach, California on September the 11th, 2019. September the 11th.
Yes.
Oh, 18 years ago.
Yeah, never forget.
You know what? Let's have a moment of silence for those we lost in that American tragedy. Sarah, how did you hear about that? About 9/11?
Oh, 9/11.
Yeah.
Well, I was in college at the time. I believe it was like a Thursday or a Tuesday or something. And I was woken up by a phone call. And my mom, it was like 7 a.m. or something like that. My mom says, "Turn on your TV." And I was like utterly like, you know, like I'm just waking up very groggy. And I turned on the TV and I was watching and I could not comprehend what was happening. Because to me, it looked like, you know, a movie that you see, you see these disaster. I like asked my mom to explain to me what's happening. And as she's explaining it, it's kind of hitting me. And I'm like going, oh my gosh. So I felt so bad. And like there was nothing we could do. And
Plus,
it just.
something like this hasn't
Never.
been hit American soil since Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't process this because it was so close to home.
Right, and everyone on the campus like shut down that day too. I was at USC and like no classes. We just kind of shut down and kind of walked around campus in black, like looking at each other, like what is this world coming to? That was my day.
Yeah, Dave Scale had called me and said same thing. Turn on the news. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching this, and you just can't process this kind of information. Planes hitting the World Trade Center.
Right.
That's in New York. How does this happen?
Yeah.
And then you learn over time that it was a terrorist attack, and those weren't the only two targets. They were trying to hit the Pentagon. They were just trying to just blow up America.
Yeah, basically we were glued to the TV the whole day, like watching what was happening and things, and yeah, it's crazy.
And then I got a call that day to be a game coordinator in Malibu. It's like, who's celebrating today? What's going on?
Yeah. Wow.
And I took the job just because I had to focus on something else.
Yeah.
It was one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to do. I'm trying to get all these adults riled up to play games, but everyone's they're not on their phones. They're talking to each other. They're trying to get information. They don't want to play water balloon volleyball.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that was a very, very hard day, and to this day I'm still upset with Sony that they removed the Twin Towers from the Spider-Man poster. From the Spider-Man 2002 poster. Mm-hmm. So why are you ignoring the trade towers? They were there. We know they were there.
Yeah.
Erasing them from the poster is not gonna do anything.
Now, have any of you ever visited New York on 9/11 on the anniversary.
Oh boy.
We happened to do that in 2007, and it was a very moving, touching moment. I mean, we went and they had yet to rebuild at that point, like the new tower. So we went and there was like a fence around the area. And
There were still
people
holes.
There were still
holes on the ground.
And people had put up garlands and wreaths on all the fences around there, and it was very much a memorial. And you're walking through and you're just thinking of all these lives, and it's just hitting me now.
Yeah, we just happened to be in New York on September the 11th, 2007.
Yeah.
And we thought we've got to go down. We've got to go down and see what's going on. And wow,
Yeah.
boy, that really hit you so hard. It's really hard to recover from being at ground zero.
Right.
But I'm so glad that they have continued on and built a memorial there, and those people who had not survived those attacks, but the children
Yeah.
of those people who had suffered in the attack there. I'm glad there was a story today I saw that the kids are grown up and they're accepting it, because that's what you have to do. It's the only thing you can do,
Right.
is accept it, and just seeing how well adjusted they are for having gone through something like this.
All right.
Wasn't really expecting that.
No. No.
All
my
right,
goodness.
now you know what? Let's turn our attention over there to Minnie.
Okay.
Minnie, what time is it? And Minnie, who is sponsoring the show this week?
All right. Well, it's not sponsored by our gardener. No,
Not
you
at
would
all.
think so.
Right outside the window. Right outside. You know what?
Wow.
We're the ones to blame. We decided to record on a Wednesday afternoon.
It's true.
All right, so Minnie, can you yell over that leaf and lawn blower?
Let's try it out.
What did she say?
I think she said it's 5:40. Good evening.
All right, well then.
I think the microphone picked it up.
Okay, good. But now, Minnie, answer the second question. Who is sponsoring this particular episode of Skywalking Through Neverland?
Oh, well, Richard, this episode of Skywalking Through Neverland is proudly sponsored by Small World Vacations. And just so you know, they are a diamond level Disney vacation planner travel agency and can help you book your next trip to Disney parks around the world. And their service is free of charge. So just head to smallworldvacations.com and get a no obligation price quote. And when you do, you can click on the drop down and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Amanda Bakken had written on the YouTube comments, she was in Mrs. Berry's math class. The class stopped and they wheeled in one of those portable TV stands so we could watch the news the rest of the day.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if they have enough
What-
TVs for all the schools' classrooms.
Right.
Yeah.
And Henry Galarza
Mm-hmm.
says, it kind of bothers me that
This
this is always a week before my birthday.
Yeah.
You know what? Seth MacFarlane, Family Guy Seth MacFarlane,
Yes.
I believe.
Have you heard that story?
Yeah. He was supposed to be on one of those flights.
Going to New York, but he missed it that morning, right?
Yeah,
He
his
missed
driver
it?
said, "Hey, get in the car. I can still get you there. It's no problem." He's like, "Nah, don't worry. No, not a bother." Got to the airport and like, "You can still make it. You just gotta run right down." Nah, I'll be in the bar.
Yeah. I'll take the
Luckily.
next one.
Luckily for all of us.
Wow.
Ooh, okay. All right. So, Minnie,
Whew.
you read our Small World Vacation plug?
Yes, she did.
All right.
Well, let's tell everyone what's coming up on this episode. So we're going to have an awesome, fun discussion with Delilah S. Dawson about her new novel, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Black Spire.
Now, we talk with her so much about Galaxy's Edge, and we talk about how much she knew about Galaxy's Edge while writing Black Spire, her reactions when she first met her creation, Vi Marati. And Vi Marati started in the book Captain Phasma, and her second book is Black Spire. But now, here she is at the Disney theme parks.
Yeah.
If you're the creator of this character, don't you want to go over there and say, "Hey, guess who I am"? But you know what? We go over that in our discussion.
Right.
And we also talk about new ways to torture Star Wars characters.
It's a really fun discussion, you guys. Also on this episode, we have shout outs and
Things we want to share. Mr. Gardner, do you have anything you want to share? wants to share his new lawn blower with us.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. So, Richard, I'm
All
going
right.
to let you start this one.
Hey, everyone, guess what? We are coming up on our sixth year anniversary of Skywalking Through Neverland. 6 years coming up
6.
on September the 26th.
That's awesome.
Can you reflect back those 6 years? How much we've done,
We've
gone
done
through, people
so
we've met,
much.
the family that everyone has created,
Yeah.
all the Skywalkers.
It's so exciting. Like, and so, Richard, we reached out to compile a list of all these shows and titles and release dates.
Yeah, well, I reached out to Shamim Dana, our Skywalking bounty hunter, and I said, hey, would you like this homework assignment? All you gotta do is go through the last 259 episodes
Oh my gosh.
and write down the show titles, dates, and guests, and like a champ, he did it. He is a bounty hunter. He went out there and he got this information and compiled it into a list. So Sarah, let's go through our first, let's say, 10 episodes of Skywalking Through Neverland.
All right, so episode 1 was titled J.J. Abrams, Fangirls, and the Blockbusters of 2015. And it came out on September 26th, 2013.
Now, do you recall this episode?
Oh, yes, I do. I recalled that we recorded this episode 3 times because we sounded so terrible and wooden those first times.
Yeah, we had everything pretty much scripted, and everything sounded like it was scripted. Like, okay, that's out.
Yeah.
Then we just kept that, and then we would record the next episode, and we would let people hear it just for their reactions. And okay, now we really see where we have to go with our future episodes and how we can redo and remaster episode number 1. And listening back to it, I think it sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and episode 1 we had no guests. It was just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we interviewed each other.
Yeah, I believe we did, yes.
And that was the also the episode where we told everyone about our meeting with J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, at the Hollywood Bowl John Williams concert that same year, like
Yeah.
the week before.
Circle is now complete. Yeah, and by our meeting, we met him outside of the snack bar
Yep.
as we were stalking him.
Yeah, and he was carrying like a bunch of
He
drinks
was carrying
and
like a
snacks
big
back to his
tray
family.
of like 18 Cokes, 3 Diet Cokes, 4 Sprites, and
And we accosted him.
11 cheeseburgers. And oh, Mr. Abrams, is that you?
Yeah,
And he took the time and he spoke with us.
it was. It was very
We
lovely.
don't, of course, we didn't have a recorder at that time.
No.
Our iPhones weren't.
We just
iPhones.
took our selfie.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So that was a fun one.
Now, episode 2 is entitled Superhero TV, and that came out October 5th, 2013.
Yeah, this is where we had a round table and we talked about superhero TV. We were talking about Wonder Woman and Shield. I believe it was just coming out. Superman, the different iterations of Superman, and there was so much in the superhero TV genre. And I'm not really sure why we got onto that, since it's not really Star Wars or Disney. It may have been Shield that was really the impetus for that.
I don't remember, honestly. I'd have to listen to it.
Yeah, I recall us sitting in this little tiny office,
Yep.
like a 4x4 office.
With no air conditioning.
Not whatsoever, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. All right, then on October 12th, 2013, the episode The Wonderful World of Trisha Barr. Episode number 3.
Yep, we interviewed Trisha Barr.
Before we
knew her.
knew her, before she knew us,
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny.
I recall talking about Happy Days and Potsy.
Nice.
I was trying to listen to these episodes before we did this recording, but not enough time in the day.
Time got away from us.
Yeah, but recall, since we are the same age, in the same age bracket, that she knew all the pop culture references that I did, and so, as always, our conversation turns to Potsy.
All right, episode 4 came out on October 19th, 2013, and it's called Escape from Tomorrow, Star Wars Origami, and Grace from Outer Space. I think that's the longest named episode ever.
Were these episodes like 3 hours each?
Yeah, we had like 2 giant segments on each episode.
Yeah.
So this one features Chris Alexander, author of Star Wars Origami, and our friend, as well as Jenna Bryson, who at the time was doing a Kickstarter for her Grace from Outer Space like TV show that she wanted to get going.
She was doing a book,
Yes.
and then she was trying to do a TV show spin-off.
Right.
And Escape from Tomorrow. Do you recall that?
Yeah, was that the film that was it was filmed at Walt Disney World without Disney's consent? Is that the one?
Yeah, Walt Disney World
Okay.
or Walt Disneyland.
Okay.
Well, one of the two
One of the
theme
two.
parks, yeah. So I think it was a great idea. This guy went into the Disney theme parks and just shot a movie.
There you go.
That's a great idea. However, the movie was horrible and it had nothing to do with Disney.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good at all.
No.
But you know what? I appreciate his creativity.
Absolutely.
And then this was the first time I had met Chris Alexander since 1984.
Really?
Yeah, he and I were friends back in the Boston, and when he lived in New York, I lived in Boston. We went to BosCon conventions together. The first time we had met, we were both dressed up as Jedi Luke.
Yeah.
And we had that instant connection, and then just over the years, we just lost touch. And I think at the end of like 85 was the last time I'd ever spoken to him or reached out to him, because back then we couldn't send texts or emails or anything. We had to send regular mail.
Nice.
Kids,
so,
look that up.
So we reconnected
Yeah,
with Chris.
so I went to, he was doing origami at this bookstore, and I thought, it'd be a fun surprise if I just showed up. And he looked at me when I got there, and he said, "Do I know you?" I said, you did back in 1984. But we'll talk later on. You go do your class. He's like, who? What?
That's awesome.
All right, then episode 5. Oh, do you recall this one?
Absolutely.
Cosplay does not equal consent.
This came out on October 26th, 2013. We had a giant round table with some people, including Amelia Lindgren. We had Booba Fett. I forget her actual name, but she was very interesting to talk to. Alexander Albatross. And then also the guy who created the Slave Leia bikinis.
What was his name?
I don't remember his name, but is now kind of banned from social media. Yeah.
Why?
We'll go into it later.
Is it the obvious?
It's an off-the-air thing. No, I'll just tell you.
Okay, watch the wire there.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
Yes. There's
Yeah.
some controversy now.
So, what was that episode about?
Well, cosplay does not equal consent. So, basically, like if you have a cosplay outfit that's sexy or something, that doesn't mean that you want to be groped or fondled or anything like that.
And that was a big issue during that time period.
Yeah, with all the
Slave
cons going
Leias,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, the slave Leias and the cons and everything going on. Yeah, so that was a big issue. I think there was one convention that it really blew up at. And yeah, so we had a big conversation about that. Really, really insightful.
Gotta go back and listen to that one.
Yeah.
All right, now, episode 6 was our Halloween holiday special.
Woohoo! It came out on October 30th, 2013.
Oh, did we have 2 episodes in 1 week?
Wow, did we?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Oh.
And that episode, we had Robert Babst from the Solo Podcast.
Well, we had Robert Babst and Seth Talley from the Bald Solo Podcast.
Okay. Robin Boyd, who was the Queen of Halloween.
Oh, okay.
And Marco Goshewitz.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we were just all talking about Halloween.
That's always fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, episode 7, we had, it was called, finally, Star Wars Episode 7 release date, plus Stan Lee's Kamikaze. What are these episode titles?
It says exactly what's on the episode. This one came out November 9th, 2013. And do you recall, this is where we first found out that episode 7 had been moved from May to December.
Yes.
And we just could not fathom something like this release date, because for us December is just so maddening busy.
Yeah, I do. And you were all up in arms because, Star Wars does not come out in December.
Yeah,
It comes
not
out
only
in May.
do we have a maddening busy work schedule, but yeah, Star Wars movies come out in May. That's it, and that's that.
Yep.
I had a little hissy fit when the Clone Wars came out in August. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. That was 2008.
And then Kamikaze is a great convention that's now called Los Angeles Comic-Con. And that was our first time at a convention where we had the podcast. So it was really fun. We interviewed a lot of cosplayers and some people at the booths and made a lot of friends.
Yeah, we did. All right, episode 8, titled Star Wars Holiday Special, a 35 a 35th anniversary tribute.
Yay!
That one came out November 17th, 2013. I recall this one. We had Trisha Barr and Teresa Delgado. Robert Bapst was on, and Sean Crosby was on this episode.
Nice.
Do you recall this, where we gave them all homework assignments and said, pick a scene from the holiday special and break it down?
Yes.
Oh, I love that so much. You know, we're gonna borrow from that one again. I love doing that one.
Why not? It's been 6 years. All right, episode 9 is called Poppins, Proposals, and Prior. And that came out on November 22nd, 2013. And that featured a lot of talk about Poppins, Proposals, and Prior. So we
go on.
Well, we had Lisa Dawn, and then we had Christina Groom and Anthony Hamedel, who are the Groomies. That's what we call them. And they were talking about their proposal, right?
Yeah, at the, not downtown Disney, but...
Right, Treasure Island or something, whatever that was called.
Yeah, the Orlando equivalent to downtown Disney.
Yeah.
Disney Springs.
Right, that's now called Disney Springs,
Right.
but it was like the Treasure Island phase.
And with Lisa Dawn, we were talking about Saving Mr. Banks.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't she in line right in front of us?
Mm-hmm.
Waiting to see the movie, and started talking and said, hey, let's record a segment later on.
Absolutely. All right, Richard, episode 10.
R2 builder Victor Franco, Long Beach Comic Con, and a rapping C-3PO.
Maybe this is the longest title.
All right, this one is from December the 1st, 2013. And we had Victor Franco on, who is an R2 builder, who we had used at our wedding. And we had used for my proposal to you, Sarah.
Yeah.
He had supplied the R2-D2. I thought, this is a fun story right there. Let's get this guy on. And I'm sure many of you convention goers have met Victor at many conventions. One of the nicest guys in Star Wars fandom.
I agree. And Joshua's weighing in. It was called Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island.
That's it.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Isn't that a place on the Sunset Strip?
No, that's actually a place in referring to Pinocchio.
Okay, there's also a place on
Where all the
Sunset
boys
Strip
go.
called Pleasure Island, which is where all the boys go to. All right.
All right.
Now, we have a list of the cosplayers we talked to at Long Beach Comic Con.
Okay.
Bill Jackson.
Okay. AKA Loki Hates You. That's his Instagram, I believe. We had Avery Faith, AKA Avery Faith Cosplay. Yeah, I remember. These are some really interesting. Loki Hates You dresses as Loki, and he's a fantastic, look-alike Loki.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I recall that convention too, where we're running around getting sound bites from everybody.
Yeah, super fun. Wow. All right. Well, with those 10 episodes, hopefully that jogs your memory a little bit. And Skywalkers, what is your first Skywalking Through Neverland memory? Tweet at us, please, at SkywalkingPod, or just share in the comments below right here. We would love to know.
Yeah, you know what? I think 9 out of 10 people have said the last time we'd asked this, that Celebration
2015?
Anaheim was the first time they'd ever met us or heard the show.
Okay.
Who goes back further than that? Ooh, Joey Pittman, Donald Wicks.
Donald Wicks, yeah.
And lots of others.
Ooh.
Oh, John Zancanaro said in 2015 after Star Wars Weekends.
Perfect. So like May of 2015, May, June. Cool.
Now, we are celebrating this anniversary with not just 1, but 2 new Skywalking Through Neverland t-shirts.
And they're designs too, so you don't have to get t-shirts. You can get mugs. You can get all kinds of things. You can get stickers. But yes, I have 2 designs, and we've been working on them this week. And one is I should have done this like 3 months ago, but it's now here, and it's our Skywalking Through Galaxy's Edge design.
If only someone had been reminding you every week or bugging you and taunting you and whispering this while you slept.
But then the summer came, and then conventions came, and we were busy, and I couldn't do it until last week when I had all this free time.
Okay, you know what? There you go. There's your explanation, and I accept.
So I did it. We did. And we put together our Skywalking Through Neverland Galaxy's Edge design. It's on our TeePublic shop. And it's great. It says Skywalking Through Galaxy's Edge. And you can just share it and wear it when you go and visit the Disney theme parks.
I can't wait to wear this when we're in Florida.
Yeah. Yep, they're on order.
Mm-hmm.
And now we also have a brand new design as of yesterday. And I'm calling it Halloween Toys Tell a Story.
That's an awesome title.
And it's the Toy Story aliens, but they're dressed up because it's Halloween, and they're dressed up as Vader, Maleficent, and Spider-Man
We-
to represent our 3 favorite fandoms.
We had to get Spider-Man in there. That's our
Oh, our homage to what's happening right now.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah, that was your suggestion, and he's the one I started working on first, and I had such fun, like, drawing all the little spider lines and, like, being like, oh, this is cool.
That's our
So-
commentary on how Spider-Man, he's still with the MCU, all right? We don't care what Sony has to say. He
Yeah.
belongs over here in our house.
He does.
All right, so we had to, because we were thinking about doing like the Hulk or Captain America. It's like, no, we got to make a statement with Spider-Man.
Yeah, had it been me, I probably would have done Captain America, or Captain Marvel maybe, but Captain America with his shield is very, very iconic. I just love that.
But once
But-
again, we had to make a statement.
Indeed. And instead of saying ooh over them, the little Halloween aliens are saying boo.
That's good stuff. That's very good stuff.
Oh, and look in the comments. Thank you, Joshua. Great job on the design. John says, I think the Galaxy's Edge shirt is sitting in my mailbox right now.
Oh, John, run to the mailbox. We'll wait.
Yeah, right?
All right, and then take a picture and post it.
Yeah, and Kelly Turkle has
Oh.
joined us.
Hey, Kelly.
And she just ordered the Galaxy's Edge shirts. Yay! They just shipped. So
Oh,
cool.
We're gonna meet over at Galaxy's Edge with the Turkle sometime.
Yeah, and we just ordered both of those designs too, so we'll be sporting those next time you guys see us.
Yay.
All right, and if you guys want to order any of these designs as t-shirts, as stickers, you can get them as phone cases, you can get them as mugs or totes or notebooks or whatever. You can go to skywalkingthroughneverland.com and just click on the Support Us tab. There's a little drop down for the T Public shop, and if you click that link, it'll take you to the shop where you'll see all the designs available. And we've got, all of our designs that we've done over the years, including the BB-8 that's in little Mickey ears. We have like a Christmas BB-8, and I will be working on a Christmas design too this year. So I haven't done it. No, I'm more. I had those Toy Story aliens like really opened up something. Like I had a lot of fun doing those, and I learned some new things in Illustrator that made it just that much more fun and not easy necessarily, but just like I know how to do stuff now, and it just takes working on them. So I really want to workshop my skills and create more designs.
I've never seen you so laser focused on something. You were working around the clock. I'd get up at 4 a.m. to feed the bunnies, and you'd be in here tap 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 on your keyboard.
Well, it's fun. I mean, I love creating art, and we might be getting into pins, you guys. So, like, if you want to see these Toy Story aliens as individual pins, let us know in the comments, something like that. So, yeah, this is something we kind of want to branch into, and we want to make it good. So, we want to hear all of your opinions and ideas.
More to come from Skywalking Through Neverland.
Yes.
I love our 6th year.
Yeah.
All right, now, before we speak with Delilah Dawson about Black Spire, let's go over some fun facts we picked up from her novel. Now, there are no spoilers in our discussion right here, but when we do talk with Delilah in just a little bit, there will be spoilers. But right now, these are just fun facts that we had picked out while reading the book, and we started making a list for no apparent reason. We thought, hey, let's put that list in this episode right here.
Okay.
Because there's just things that really fills out Galaxy's Edge. Next time you're at Galaxy's Edge, you'll have more of an understanding of who goes where and who owns what and who made what. All right, so before we go into that, let's read the old Batuan ballad that starts off Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Black Spire.
Excuse me.
Doesn't sound like that at all.
All right. At the edge of the galaxy, so far away, black was the spire that called me to stay. A beacon for drifters, forgotten and lost. The spires summoned those broken and tossed.
Come stay here forever or just pass on through. The spirit of Black Spire will forever change you. I love that. That's
It's really
awesome.
cool, yeah. And our video has that in it too. with
The Olga
music.
Gara
Yeah.
video. All right, now, so the time frame for Black Spire begins in the middle of The Force Awakens and continues through The Last Jedi.
Okay.
And the bulk of the story takes place 4 months after The Last Jedi, and we're still not sure where Rise of Skywalker fits in.
Okay.
We don't know how much after The Last Jedi this is gonna take place.
I hope it's a good many months.
Yeah.
Honestly, because they need to grow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And there's different plot points from the movies where you can go, oh, okay,
Yeah.
they don't necessarily bang you over the head with this, but they'll make references, and the fact that we do read about the destruction of Hosnian Prime
Right.
does play into the character's backstory later on in Black Spire.
Definitely. All right. Well, what's the second fun fact, Richard?
That Vi Marati's her nickname that Leia gave her is Magpie. I think that's just the funniest thing ever.
Why? Because it's just a bird, or
I don't know.
Just a funny
It's
name?
Magpie. I just don't look at Vi and go, yeah, you're a magpie. But you know what? If Leia gives her that code name, it sticks. And in the book, she's also referred to as Starling.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
I think that's a code, that's a name that the First Order calls her. I haven't noticed anyone else in the Resistance or at Black Spire calling her that. It's just throughout the First Order.
So I think what Starling is that it's like her previous call sign, and because Cardinal, captured her, he knows that nickname, and so that's what the First Order now calls her because he found out that info.
It's been so long since I've read Captain Phasma, the book where
Yeah.
Vi Marati, that's the novel she was created for,
Right.
and so I don't recall if she was ever called Starling in that novel.
Okay. Yeah, Skywalkers, help us out, because I don't really remember either. That makes sense to
And
me.
I tried looking it up, but there's no reference anywhere.
Okay.
And I even tried flipping through Captain Phasma, and I couldn't
Nothing.
find anything.
Yeah. All right.
So when you're at Galaxy's Edge, go up to Vi and call her Magpie or Starling. And
Yeah.
See
what she does.
Yeah, we called her Magpie a few months ago, and she looked at us like, "What are you talking about?"
But the book hadn't come out yet,
Yeah.
so.
Oh, magpies. Yeah, we serve those at Ronto Roasters. Okay.
Yeah, right? Oh. All right, well, here's another fun fact. Archax, who's formerly known as Captain Cardinal, he's the stormtrooper.
Start again. It's Archax. You said
Archax? Okay. Archax, who is formerly known as Captain Cardinal, he's the stormtrooper turned officer turned resistance agent from Delilah Dawson's Captain Phasma novel. Well, he whittles wood in his spare time. And so in this novel, he carved the wooden convors, warts, and Tuga cats that are actually sold at the Toydarian toy makers in Black Spire Outpost in the marketplace. Like this one.
And yesterday, when we were at Galaxy's Edge, we had to buy one of these
Yeah.
Convor whistles just so we
Oh.
could say, "Hey, look, Archax made this."
Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah, you do it.
Here, I'll blow into it. If a Convor was a train, he'd sound like that.
Ah. Okay, Amanda says, a magpie is a type of bird called a starling. Oh.
Oh.
And I think she's referred to as starling in Phasma. I think so too, Amanda. I think I remember that.
Well,
Cool.
thank you to our sky tubers.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
Okay. Well, what's the next fun fact?
Well, Delilah does a great job going through all the shops in Black Spire Outpost in the book Black Spire, but it's hard to keep track of who owns what shop and the eateries, and this is where I think my listing started.
Okay.
Because I wanted to keep track of all of this.
So while you're reading, you started a list?
Exactly, yes.
Aw.
Because sometimes she would only mention it once, and I would dog ear a page and then go back and start making lists of all this stuff. Because, once again, I want to keep track of all this. Now, of course, there's Olga's Cantina, owned by Olga Gara, which that one's the obvious one. And you can see more on Olga in our YouTube video, Who is Olga? Now, there's Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, and of course, that's owned by Doc Ondar.
It's helpful that their names are in the titles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's an Authorian who specializes in black market items. And don't get on Doc's bad side, or you're gonna end up on the dock list.
Okay, I'm sorry, but when people said dock list, does anybody think of knock list from Mission Impossible?
No.
Like, that's all I was thinking of. I'm like, it's the knock list. And it's kind of the same thing. Well, not really the same thing. The knock list was a list of all the agents, that what's his name was. But, yeah, so that didn't want to get out because then their identities would be, known. So the dock list, I guess, is a different list, but it's still kind of the same function. You don't want that to get out anywhere.
If you keep talking about Mission Impossible, I'm gonna put you on the dock list.
You can't put me on the dock list. You're not Doc.
But Doc has anointed me.
No.
Yes, he has.
No, I
Yes.
didn't see that
He
happen.
yesterday he did that.
Nope.
I saw him do it.
Nope.
All right, so the Droid Depot, that is owned by Mubo.
All right.
Mubo's Droid Depot, and Mubo is an Utai.
All right, so what is an Utai?
An Utai is a mechanic alien that we saw on the planet Utapau in Revenge of the Sith.
So they were like dealing with Obi-Wan?
Yeah, when Obi-Wan landed
Okay.
his Jedi Starfighter on Utapau, it was those little Utai aliens that ran around and fueled up the ship and was working on it.
Okay.
And later on, we'll be talking to Delilah, and we'll bring the Utai up.
Okay.
All right, now, this is something. There's a shop named Arda's. Now, Arda she's a Twi'lek, and she sells shawls and scarves and fabrics. Why is this not in Merchant Row in Galaxy's Edge?
Where is this shop? I want an Arda Twi'lek to come up to me and go, "Oh, this shawl would look great with your skin tone, dear. I want that so bad."
Because there's only one clothing store that just sells the Jedi robes
Right.
and some belts and such. But this is a great opportunity to open it up to other designs, to other clothing pieces, to other accessories.
Yeah.
And there's,
Aw.
yeah, so when I read this, I was kind of disappointed that we didn't have Arda's. Well,
I
okay, you know
agree.
what? Galaxy's Edge is a work in progress.
She's a Twi'lek. I want
Yeah.
to see a Twi'lek.
It'll come.
Okay.
All right, now there's Ronto Roasters. We've all been there, who's been to Galaxy's Edge, and that's owned by super pod racing fan Bakar, or the Butcher. In the book, Salju says to Vi Maradi, "So we call the owner the Butcher, but his real name is Bakar. If you want to avoid small talk and eat in peace, just don't mention pod racing. He's crazy for it." Now this stuck out to me because I get this a lot when people say, "Oh, don't mention Star Wars around Rich, okay? Because he'll keep you there. Don't mention the holiday special because you won't leave for hours."
And that's kind of true.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm not trying to hide that.
So now what this makes me want to do is I want to go to Ronto Roasters and start talking to the people there about pod racing and see what they say. Because maybe they've been like briefed, all the citizens perhaps.
I want to believe that too.
Okay. All right. So Amanda's asking, the Jedi clothing store, is that run by Savi? No, that's called Black Spire Outfitters.
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked because there's no that's not owned by anyone in particular.
Right.
And I've looked that up because that's the only store that doesn't have any kind of background to it.
Any proprietor. Okay.
Right. Yeah, no shopkeeper there. It's
Okay.
just, I think, what was her name yesterday? Amanda? No, another Amanda
Oh.
at the Black Spire Outfitters. So yeah, so no background there.
Okay.
All right, next up we have Savi's Workshop, or in the book it's called Savi and Son Salvage. And Savi deals in scavenged metals. Now Savi deals in scavenged metals, and he has gatherers out looking for historical objects or a religious. He has his gatherers out looking for historical objects of religious or spiritual value.
Okay.
So he's got a cover there. So he's telling he can go under the cover of, "Oh, we're just looking for
Scrap.
Scrap.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but really he's got these gatherers all out in the galaxy
Yeah.
looking for artifacts once owned by the Jedi.
Now Savi is human.
He's human.
Okay.
And he's a friend of Lor San Tekka.
Right. That was brought out in the book. That's really cool.
And together they decided it was their calling to keep the Force in balance.
Nice.
So I wanna see that spin-off.
Yeah, me too. Maybe a comic.
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool.
yeah. So they're not Force wielders. They
Yeah.
don't possess the Force, but they just see the value in Jedi and what the Force can offer, and really want to. They're trying to keep that balloon up in the air.
Right. All right, now also we have in Galaxy's Edge the milk stand, which is Booba Wamba's milk stand, and that's of course owned by Booba Wamba, who is an Aqualish.
Yeah. Or for those vintage fans, he's a Walrus Man.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Booba Wamba Family Farms is a farming business, and they distribute to the milk stand.
See, that's another book I want to read or a comic because they have a farming business. What do you think's on that farm?
Banthas.
And what else? Thalasirens.
Yep, Thalasirens.
Even though one is on a very cold, distant island, and one is in the desolate wastelands of Tatooine, two different climates, but yet I want to see them together.
I think so.
What if they were breeding?
Ew. Then we'd get
We'd get
teal milk.
You see this? It writes itself.
Ew. That
All
sounds
right.
gross.
Next, Delilah Dawson writes about the Toydarian toy maker, and that's where Archex in the book he sells these convor whistles and the little wart croaking frog instruments and the Tuca dolls. And I think that's so interesting that they can tie these toys into the novel, and that's why we were buying this stuff.
Yeah. Now the Toydarian owns the Toydarian toy maker.
Zabaka.
And is it her, right?
Yeah, Zabaka. Yeah, and as we heard from some of the Batu locals, she's got a crush on Oga.
Mm-hmm.
But Oga's like, no, I'm still mourning Doran the Wookiee.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
I don't think she's mourning him, but yeah.
No,
All right.
So Zabaka's got to keep her distance until the time is right.
All right. Also in Galaxy's Edge, we have Katsaka's Kettle. And Katsaka is a farmer who grew up on Batu and runs the popped grain stall.
Yeah, and in the book, the Dolan, one of Vi's new resistance recruits, he's got a little hog pet named Waba, and he loves Katsaka's Kettle. Yeah, and you can read about a Sokka family in the Star Wars book Myths and Fables, and this is in the story The Black Spire. This is kind of like Clone Wars and The Clone Wars.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a short story in Myths and Fables called The Black Spire. Unfortunately, and I don't know the answer to this story does not say if this Sokka family in the story is connected to the Cat Sokka family. What? Why not? Why not just
Or-
go one step further and say, yeah, this story's about the Cat Sokka family?
So Katsaka doesn't show up in that story?
No,
Wow.
it's just about another family named Sokka.
Huh. How odd.
Why? You're at the finish line right there. There's 3 children, and you've given names to all of them. Just name one of them Cat.
Yeah, there's your connection. Wow. All right. That's odd.
Yeah, and once again, I just love the fact that this stuff at Galaxy's Edge rolls right into the novel Black Spire.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like when you go there, you're walking into the book. We haven't done that since Hogwarts, the
Yeah.
Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Exactly.
All right, next up, we have the Jewels of Biff.
Now that's run by the Bith Kamka Lira, and it sells jewels and souvenirs. Now, what's a Bith again?
The Cantina band creatures.
Oh
Big
yeah,
bulbous
duh.
heads.
Yes. The band.
Right.
Okay, cool.
All right, and next to that, we have the Creature Stall, which is run by Bina. And she's an Amani. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
Think about those Man creatures from Return of the Jedi.
A man.
That-
A man.
That's the wrong. No, that's
A man.
No, that's
Dun, da, 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 da. A
Mana.
man. Da, 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 da.
A man.
Okay, so what
Oh,
is
hold
Return
on.
of the Jedi?
Someone called Weird Al Yankovic. He's got to write this.
A man.
Now,
What-
these are the big creatures in Return of the Jedi. There's one standing right next to the Carbonite Han Solo, the Carbon Froze Han Solo. When the camera pans to Han, after Jabba says, "I like my wall decoration where he is," the camera
Alright.
pans, and there's an man looking over at the Carbon Froze Han Solo. You know what?
Okay.
Think of Gumby.
All
Next time
right.
you watch Return of the Jedi, just think which one of these creatures looks like Gumby. Oh, there he is.
Okay. All right, there you go. I love it. All right, and last but not least, we have Docking Bay 7, Food and Cargo.
Now, in the book, it's called Tug's Grub,
Oh.
but not at Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, no.
No.
But it is run by Chef Strono, Cookie Tugs. So Cookie is the nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Nickname.
And he was the chef for Maz Kanata in the Force Awakens era.
Yeah.
But-
But he had to get a new job.
yeah. Thank you, First Order. So you know what? Come over there to Black Spire Outpost, where you won't see any more black. Oh yeah, there goes some First Order troopers right now.
What?
Exactly. Yes, and. So he must love working at Black Spire. When he gets there, it's like, hey, there's no First Order troopers around here. This is safe. It's a backwater planet.
There
But
you go.
I love this. There's no Oh, great. Look what just landed.
Aw.
Yeah, thanks, Vi. Now, there's a couple of legends and pleasantries. Yeah, well, everyone is named Antilles, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, also, there's some pleasantries and legends and phrases that Delilah Dawson comes up with in Black Spire.
She doesn't come
Yeah,
up with
exactly. Okay, you go ahead. I talked
Okay,
enough.
okay.
You go ahead.
it. All right. Now, to finish us off with our Black
Oh,
Spire.
don't say finish up because we got some more.
Oh, we do?
Yep.
Okay.
So to continue, there's some pleasantries and legends and phrases also included in Black Spire.
Yeah. And one of these phrases is, Richard, may the spires keep you.
Well, thank you very much. And rising moons.
Oh.
Now, this is one of those phrases we don't hear that much. We hear bright suns, we hear rising moons,
Mhm.
but this is one of the ones that gets buried.
Yeah, may the spires keep you. You don't hear it often because it's a lot of words, of course. And what this saying actually does is honor the mysterious Batuans who lived on Batu long ago. Yeah, so because the one thing that connects all the locals of Black Spire Outpost are the spires. So here is a direct quote from the book. It says, "It was common across cultures to choose big and mysterious and constants and treat it, well, if not as a god, then as something of importance. Something that could change." What is happening here?
Go ahead.
What does this say? Or what does this mean?
Or add.
Okay.
That's why we have rehearsals.
Big and mysterious, and what does this mean? Big and mysterious something? There's too many ands.
Okay. Something big and mysterious and treat it well.
Okay. Okay. It was common across cultures to choose big and mysterious
Objects.
objects. Okay. It was common across cultures to choose big and mysterious objects and treat it, well, if not as a god, then as something of importance, something that could change luck or add protection.
I love that because Galaxy's Edge is all surrounded by black spires. So everyone there is protected by those legendary black spires.
At least
Oh,
in
and
their
only,
minds.
only one is a black spire. The other ones are just spires.
Right, and it does kind of protect them from the outside world a little bit because the spires go up in such a way that it's actually hard for ships to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. And like I just said, there's only one black spire, and legend has it that long ago, when the ancients lived there, there was a fierce monster called a Naklor, and this creature used to steal gruffins and the men who would milk them. So he wouldn't just steal the gruffins, but the men who milked them. Come on, give us a break.
It's supposed to be a big creature.
Yeah, soon, when the milk dried up and the hunters had all disappeared, a local matriarch took her staff and battled the monster. She hit the creature so hard that it burned up in cinders. The black spire is the husk of that knack lore. And the Black Spire that we see at Galaxy's Edge, legend has it, that's the burnt husk of that knack lore. Some say its heart still lurks within, thirsty for blood. Little kids used to dare each other to kiss it, but they were so frightened that they would just use their pinkies, kiss their pinkies, and then use the pinkies, then tap on that husk, on
Right.
that Black Spire.
Ew.
Very interesting. Now,
Oh, Joshua said that he thinks he ran into those spires while flying the Falcon. I think we all did, Joshua.
many times. Now you're around the corner from that Black Spire, and there's Olga's Cantina. And she doesn't let just anything fly there. She's got a code of conduct, which includes no Kowakian monkeys,
Thanks to Hero the Hut.
no ripping off of limbs, and deals over 10,000 credits need her approval.
In other words, it needs cut.
She wants to know what's going on over there.
Nah, she wants a cut.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
And if you want to swear,
Oh,
you wanna-
Richard swears.
Hashtag Sarah swears.
No.
This is important for you. If you want to
Okay.
swear at Galaxy's Edge,
Okay, what do
at
I
Black
say?
Spire Outpost, you say Criff.
Ah, Criff.
Hashtag Sarah swears.
Oh,
Yeah, and if you want to sling an insult, you would say, hey, go sit and aspire.
yeah, that sounds like an insult. That
That's-
doesn't sound too good.
You know, I can see Fonzie saying that.
Oh, that'd
Hey,
be funny.
sit on aspire.
Nice. All right. Well, wow. Now you have all of that down. It's time to meet the author who brought Galaxy's Edge to life in our imaginations.
Go sit and aspire.
Hey! Oh, Amanda brings up a good point. I wonder what would happen if you walked into Oga's with a monkey lizard on your shoulder.
They would give you a bad time.
In fact, I'm very shocked that Oga even allows Kowakian monkey lizards to be sold in Black Spire Outpost. You'd think she wouldn't like that. Yeah. Hi, Candace.
But they're $80 a pop, so Bob Iger said, yes, she can.
Yeah.
Yes, they can sell those.
All right. You want to bring this up?
Yeah. Oh, are we here so far?
Yeah.
Wait, 54 minutes.
I think we need to test it too.
Okay. So, going to the end here. Now, it was really fun to go to Galaxy's Edge right after we spoke with Delilah. And when we saw Vi, who was sneaking around with the kids, we really wanted to say, you should be receiving a very important document from your creator real soon.
Oh, that's so cool. Well, once again, you'll be able to see our adventures from yesterday's outing in our next YouTube video. So stay tuned for that, Skywalkers. All right, shout outs. Good? Was that good? Okay. Well, speaking of YouTube videos, our last YouTube video was all about the Hollywood Bowl and John Williams, and we shared a lot of that concert, and that video has been watched pretty steadily since it came out. Now, if you watched, you may have noticed a little girl dressed as Rey at the beginning of the video. She was all ready for the concert. She was so cute. Well, her dad found the video, and then us on Instagram. So, at Maps of Lined Ink, we want to thank you for your comment, and he said, "We never miss a year of John Williams at the Hollywood Bowl. Thank you for including Little Ray in your video."
It's great
Aw.
having the ability to record as much as you do right now, because I can't. 99.9% of my childhood is lost because there's no video cameras, no film cameras, no iPhones.
Yeah.
What I would do to go back in time and get my mom an iPhone.
Oh, I know. We'll give you an iPhone when you were young. I mean, you would have been putting up YouTube. You would have had a YouTube channel started when you were 4.
It would have been called RichTube back in 1977.
Indeed. Wow.
So yeah, I'm so glad that we're able to put her in that video and they found it. Or that little dancing Captain Marvel from D23 Expo.
Yes. So great. We love it. Well, speaking of social media, which is where people find us, who has posted their hashtag Skywalker selfie lately?
Well, Christopher Marino did.
Yes, he did. He shared his this week, and he posted a picture of him, and he had run 2 point something miles, and he said, listening to the newest episode while out on a run. So thank you, Christopher, for sharing your Skywalker selfie. Now, Skywalkers, if you want to do that, just stop what you're doing, take a selfie, and then put it on social media, hashtag Skywalker selfie, especially on Twitter or Instagram, and we'll make sure to check those out.
And Christopher Marino is one of our SkyTubers right now who just said, woohoo!
Yay.
I can only do that in the Homer voice. Woohoo! That wasn't really a Homer voice, that was a Homer-ism.
I don't have a Homer voice.
I'm not going to pretend to have a Homer voice.
No. Well, we also want to mention in our shout-outs Eric Unkenhout, who has put... Oh, and we also want to mention in our shout-outs Eric Unkenhout, who has been doing an excellent job in his reviews and write-ups for Skywalking Through Neverland. Recently, he posted a review of Final Battle. It's a great review, and he also posted a review of A Crash of Fate, another Galaxy's Edge novel by Zoraida Cordova, and he entitles his review, Space Romance at the Edge of the Galaxy. So these are excellent, very thorough reviews. In fact, if you kind of want to know what's happening to them, then you can read his reviews and they kind of go through what's happening. Like for me, I haven't had time to read the comics, but I kind of know and I'm kind of caught up on the universe. And so when I go into Doc Ondars, I'm like, oh, I know what that is because I read Eric's review.
Eric is a wordsmith. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah. All right, sorry. Let me see. I turn it off for Minnie to say stuff, and then my watch is noisy and loud.
Okay.
That's what happens. All right. My 6-year-old niece asked me to record her for a YouTube video. Aw. Yay. I'd like the loon.
Technology.
Yeah.
Is Bob in the book? Yes, Bob Iger is in the book The Black Spire.
Oh.
He just goes under the name Vi Marati. Bob goes under the name Wolfgar Kath.
Yeah, oh. There you go.
Oh no.
All right.
Well, that wraps up episode 260 of Skywalking Through Neverland. We'd like to thank Delilah Dawson for talking about her new book with us, and to Disney Lucasfilm Press for sending us the copy of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Black Spire.
We'd also like to thank all of you Skywalkers for listening every single week. We love that so much. We love it when you tweet at us or comment on these videos or our posts and just tell us like, hey, I listened and I liked this part. You know, it's just so gratifying to hear that you guys listen. It's amazing. Now, we'd also like to thank all of you SkyTubers for watching our live stream and everyone for watching our videos on YouTube and listening to all our shows. We so appreciate it. We'd also like to thank our sponsor, Small World Vacations. Are you guys thinking of a trip to the Disney parks? Well, you can fill out a Get a Quote form at smallworldvacations.com, and their vacation planning service is free, so just check it out and tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you. Let's see.
And as a reminder, we are always posting videos on YouTube, and see our latest D23 videos of fun and so many aspects of the expo. And coming up maybe the end of this week or early next week, all the fun, never before ridden attractions
For us
at Disneyland.
It was we had so much fun going around, and we didn't even get over to DCA. We were just so busy with Disneyland.
I never really get that angry at anything. I got that angry yesterday.
And it's all documented. Skywalkers, you're gonna love it. All right, well, please check out all the rest of the shows on the Skywalking Network, including the Culture Popcast and Sabers and Spells. You can find us all at skywalkingthroughneverland.com. And as a reminder, we have our new t-shirt designs available on TeePublic. So if you want to check those out, our Halloween Toy Story aliens dressed as Star Wars, Marvel, and Disney characters. And we also have our Skywalking Through Galaxy's Edge shirt, which is a must if you're a Skywalker. Well, head over to skywalkingthroughneverland.com, click on the Support Us tab, and it'll be right there. Or you can just look for our social media posts with all our pictures of all the t-shirts and go to the link on those posts.
Amanda B just asked, did someone hit you with their giant backpack?
Oh no.
No, it was worse than being hit by a giant backpack.
Yes.
Thank you, Amanda.
It was water.
Recirculated water.
Indeed. Well, a huge thank you for everyone who is part of the Skywalking Force. If you would like more Skywalking through Neverland in your life, check out skywalkingforce.com and help us support the ever-growing Skynet. You can also support us in a different way by sharing the show with a friend. You can also click on the links to Pozu Shoes, Oppo Suits, or TeePublic on our website under the Support Us tab. Once again, that's the best tab to go to support us.
Now, you can also find Skywalking Through Neverland at JediNews.co.uk and Bantha Tracks.
You can find us on social media. We are at Skywalking Pod for Twitter and Instagram. And there's our Facebook group, and we always are asking questions. There's a poll right now going on in that group, and all kinds of things. And you can go to Facebook and search Skywalking Through Neverland group and request to join. You can also email us, share@skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
And we always love to hear what you Skywalkers think, so please head on over there to Apple Podcasts or Stitcher and leave us a review. We really, 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 really appreciate it.
Now stay tuned for bloopers and some other fun conversation we may have had with our SkyTubers today, right after these credits. And always remember...
May the spires keep you.
And... Awesome! Well, there you go. And now I have 20% battery left, but that's okay.
John Zancanaro says, I can't wait to see that. Oh, yeah, it was... you can pause that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was... yeah, watch the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Wow.
me being angry, that was not forced.
I was... we were both soaked. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well...
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What did Convours sound like? Oh, yeah.
They sound like this.
All right, Skywalkers. Well, thank you for joining us. Yay!
Until next time. Until the spire.
Till the spire.
Bye-bye, Jabba.